I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds, middleweights going at it between these two great warriors. He's making his way to the ring now, and you can see how focused he is on the task at hand. Marvin Hagler's unpredictability belies his ring walk focus. He is ready for action.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sir. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
All right, gentlemen, one thing, protect yourself at all times, okay?
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one.
When you go up against the guy who the expectation is that he's going to be there right to the bitter end, mentally, what do you have to tell yourself as you come to those final few rounds?
You're prepared for this, that this is exactly what it was leading to, that you didn't expect anything different, that it was just a dress rehearsal the early part. This is where you're going on stage.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go because every...
Oh! Silks is in bad shape. Hagler shoving his opponent there. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back underneath him.
If you could improve anything with Marvin Hagler, what would it be?
He's steady in so many areas. Maybe, believe it or not, it would be to use his southpaw style a little bit more. He comes at you in a way where sometimes you forget he's his southpaw because he's engaging with you. He squares up a little bit. Maybe take advantage of being a lefty by moving to the right a little bit more and making yourself, you know, just a little bit more of a southpaw.
A good block by Marvin Hagler. Wow! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Parries that punch intended for the head.
Teddy, how do you see this fight? It seems like a fight that should go the distance. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say so, because first of all, the styles. You know, both these guys are pretty good defensively. Both these guys have the mentality where they're ready for a long night.
Able to cover up that gut. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Marvin Hagler, of course, associated with Brockton, Massachusetts, best known as the home of the Brockton blockbuster Rocky Marciano, but he was actually born in Newark, New Jersey back in 1954.
That's a good block by Silk. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Halfway through this round.
Keep your head.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. A headshot blocked. Able to get rid of that one.
Keep moving.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Last 10 seconds. And another jab. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Trying to go downstairs, but off target.
Keep your head moving.
Marvin Hagler has long been under the tutelage of the Petronelli brothers in their gym in Brockton, Mass.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that's part of the strength of Hagler. It's got nothing to do with his southpaw style and his ability to punch on either side and his ability to box or fight with you, but being loyal. You know, he's been tempted like anyone else to leave these guys. He's stayed with them. I think that strength of character, that loyalty, shows itself inside the ring.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. And a good counter by Silk. "90 seconds to go here in this round. Oh! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
On, punch it out. Punch it out. No holding.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Oh, what a great ability to recover. Good block there by Silk. Hagler's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Blocks the headshot. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Nice block by Hagler. Nice strike after catching one by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Looks like he has some blood under his eye around the cheek. There it is! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Come on, keep busy, guys. Come on now. Come on, come on.
Well-placed counter by Hagler. Hagler's putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter, and the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
Back in September of 1980, Marvin Hagler finally was able to nail down the crowns that had eluded him earlier when he won the middleweight title by defeating Alan Minter. And as many times has been the case with Marvin Hagler, he had to go on the road to do it. Now that fight was stopped from a cut eye, and the fans there, Minter's fans back in the UK, they didn't take a liking to it. Hagler couldn't even celebrate winning the world title.
No, actually, his people and other people in the ring had to cover him from the barrage of bottles that were being thrown into the ring. You know, he had to fight his way out of the ring as well as he had to fight his way into the ring.
He's targeting downstairs time and time again. Not precise at all by Hagler. Silk's now having to deal with a bloody nose, and that can be a real distraction, especially when it comes to your breathing. Little volume punching to the body there. Forceful uppercut by Silk. Oh, good stuff there. 2 in a row by marvelous Marvin Hagler. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue or red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Good, smart, tactical move here, backing up his opponent against the ropes.
Come on, kid. Don't stay in my circle.
How about that exchange? Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Hagler. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. Able to dismiss that body shot. And what a clever combination by Hagler.
Silk's in a hole. There's no other way to say it. He's losing this fight badly.
Yeah, if he was in a casino, guess what? The house would have most of his money. And right now he needs to hit a 7. And that means he needs to roll those dice. He needs to gamble.
A nice block by Silk. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay. And he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Oh, and there you go. Oh, what a hook upstairs. He's bleeding from his cheek. Blocks that punch. Halfway through round 6. Good block by Silk. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. And there he counters back against his opponent. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Wow! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. It's like a light switch just went on. All of a sudden, he's the aggressor now.
Well, it's like your parents came in the room and they put that switch on. His corner. not his parents, told him, get on this guy.
Well-placed counterpunch by Silk. He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it.
One, two, three, four, five.
He went down and he catches a lucky break. Saved by the bell here at the end of the round, Teddy.
Yeah, right away you're thinking, you know, where do I spend my time right now? You want to tell him things that can help him, but he is really groggy right now, so you got to get him clear-minded first.
He's got a real problem on his hands right now. That cut has worsened to the point where clearly the referee's giving it a look. He's thinking about stopping this fight. Is this the time now, Teddy, where the fighter has to understand that and try to end the fight on his own terms?
Well, it's a catch-22 right now, Joe, because he has to be more defensive-minded. He has to make sure that he doesn't catch any more leather in that area to worsen that cut. But he also has to find some offense to slow this guy down, to give him a reason to start stepping back instead of stepping forward.
Doubles up the jab. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Hagler. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Marvelous is feeling the sting of that big uppercut. Silk's corner's going to really need to step up and handle that swelling. Good looking counterpunch. So he went down earlier, and yet he's still fighting with the same kind of style, the same kind of disposition he was fighting with before the knockdown. If I'm the opponent, maybe that's a sign to me that, hey, maybe I didn't hurt the guy that much.
Or maybe it's a sign that this son of a gun is just very predictable. He can't change. And maybe I'm going to have a party tonight because I'm going to keep catching with the same thing until he takes it away from me.
That's a good point. And that's some fine work right there by Hagler. Silks has been stunned. Silk's getting outworked here, Teddy. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he's clearly losing this fight.
Yeah, I have him that way on my scorecard. And the only way he's going to get back into it, well, you know, it's the pretty common way, the pretty regular way. You got to start moving those hands a little bit more. You know, you don't win fights if you don't throw enough punches.
On the mark, the counter punch by Silk. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Now he's just walking him back a bit there up against the ropes. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Silk. Silk's doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
What a good counterpunch by Silk. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Silk's got to find a way to protect that eye. The cut has worsened, and if it gets any worse, you got to think this fight is coming to an end immediately.
Well, what's going to matter is when the doctor finally gets caught up and looks at it is, Joe, not how bad the cut looks or even how graphic it is to the fans out there, but where it's at. The doctor will look to see whether or not it's the kind of cut that if it gets worse, it could actually be physically damaging to his career.
Away from those headshots with his defense up top. Silk's now at a point in this fight where his defense is going to become crucial. He has to protect that eye. The swollen eye is getting worse.
Yeah, he does. He has to be cognizant of everything. He needs anything out there that he can use for an advantage right now. He's got to position himself where his opponent can't get into the place where he can throw punches towards that bad eye, towards that blind spot where he has no vision. He's got to keep the fight where that good eye is always able to pick up those punches. He's got to position himself in a perfect way now.
What do you think the right time is to stop a fight under circumstances like this? I mean, the swelling around the eye is getting really bad.
Well, part of it is he getting caught with punches clean that he wouldn't be getting caught with if the eye wasn't in that condition. That's where you start right there. Is his defense been impaired that much to that degree?
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Oh, my, was that sweet. The hook scores the knockdown. This fight is over. Marvin Hagler's going to have his hand raised by way of KO. The 10 count reached. His opponent out. He's the victor. Marvin Hagler's your winner by knockout.
Everybody but his opponent is happy now. That was an entertaining fight.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you tuned in to see it with us. I'm Joe Tessitore.